Here at Academy Sports and Outdoors, we want everyone to stay safe while doing more of what they love. So, whether you're planning a fishing trip, heading out for a run, prepping your lease, or playing sports in the backyard, we have all the gear you need to enjoy more sports and outdoors, all at prices you'll love. And with curbside pickup available, it's never been easier to shop all our brands in store and online at academy.com. Because whatever you love doing, we're here to help you have more fun out there. Joey Teague, son of Mike and Patty Teague and longtime Typha members, was despite this, Joey went to school, graduated with honors from Judson High School, and attended the University of Texas at San Antonio, coached in Typha with the Live Oak Jack, passed away in 2007. The Joey Teague Typha Volunteer of the Year Award was established to recognize and
Can you hear me, Kenny? Kenny, can you hear me? Good. Yeah, I can't hear Kenny either. So Rocky, you could hear me, but not Kenny. Wow.
Check, check, check.
Also track the athlete's progress. Monitor your entire team with HitCheck and access on your smartphone at any time. HitCheck is a proud supporter of the Type of Safety Initiative. For more information about HitCheck, visit their website at hitcheck.com or by email at info@hitcheck.com.
Okay, I'm coming to hear me. Avron, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Kenny. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Is there? How long of a delay is it? How long of a delay is it?
Youth Sports Radio.
It's 5 to 10 seconds for I can tell.
Kenny Long.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the zone here on the Type of Sports Network. With you here, and my co-host Avron Tribute joining us. We've got a delay between the two of us, as we're trying to get that worked out, trying to get this Avron. But this delay, I'm about to stop talking. I'm going to see what you've got to say. I know your Lakers are playing right now, so it was really hard for you. How long it takes for you to get back here.
Kenny, it was tough, man. You know, we blew a game the other night, so I'm not excited about playing game the other night, so I'm not excited about playing game 4.
So it's which is it could be worse. It has been worse. We actually got you on video now, so that's get rid of that Kobe thing over there behind you.
Hey, make some respect to the Black Mamba, Kenny. Don't be hating. Hey, make some respect to the Black Mamba, Kenny. Don't be
But you know, the Black Mamba, unfortunately, that we lost a great one in Kobe Bryant and his daughter. Some time back in Laker fans. I mean, that's a big loss. He was one of the great. We'll definitely miss him. Remiss if I didn't. Today we lost a rock and roll guitar player. Eddie Van Halen passed away this afternoon, and that's to the core because there's not anybody I ever went to school that did not play air guitar. Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, you cut out a little bit on me, Kenny, but yeah, I was sad to hear that, man. Yeah, I was sad to hear that. So many great songs that no matter where you come from, if you hear some of those songs in a bar or at a sporting arena or stadium, something like that, everyone's singing the lyrics. Where you
Avron, let's kind of get into the show here. We got a lot of things to talk about. Obviously, we're going to go over the score on. You can see on the bottom crawler, there's been a shakeup. There's been some major changes to the top 5. So you're going to want to check that out. We'll touch on that a little bit. Of course, our select game predictions. Avron, man, do you have some crow to eat this? And you better get out the ketchup, hot sauce, whatever you need, because you got some crow to eat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm. Yeah, he over there laughing, but he knows. He knows. We're going to get into that. Plus, we got a couple things to quickly talk about in new information. Fighting going on during some games. It does. But yeah, fighting going on, volunteer behavior. We've got to touch on some of these to kind of let you know what kind of risk that you are giving these players, and of course, our game of football, our league, and what's happening here. So we've got to talk about that as well. Avron, it's I know it's killing you to be here. How are your Lakers doing once you came on?
They were up by like 3 or 4, so we're just gonna keep it that way, Kenny. Maybe you're my good luck charm this week.
I don't know. I have a feeling Butler might have another quality game and get the Heat up over the hump and over the Lakers and tie this series up.
Hey, if that happens, I'm not coming on the show next week. So I think that'll be Game 7.
All right. When we come back, this fighting, and I know you've been around the youth football. Fights are going to happen. It's a heated game. It's a physical game. It's a veteran stopping that, curtailing it, making sure that these kids understand it's not right. You should not be doing that. But at the same, we've had some incidents with volunteers and their behavior, and even some parents in the stands, their behavior. And we're going to touch on that because they're going to risk losing fields, losing the ability to use fields, and possibly losing the season. So we're going to talk about when we step back in here. Keep it here. We'll be right back here on The Zone here on the Texas Sports Network. I think that delay is getting a little bit better there, Avron. I turned some other things off. I think it's getting better.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's see. We'll be back.
In an effort to recognize Scholastic Excellence, the Scholastic Awards program, the type of excellence in the classroom. The winner of this award will receive $500. And it will be placed on the title website in the Hall of Fame. To qualify, a child must be ages 10 to 13 for football players or 10 to 15 for cheerleaders as of August 1st of the current year. They must have a 100% or better GPA, be participating in the junior or senior level, and meet all other requirements set forth in the rules. If one or more of your players or cheerleaders qualify, send their information with supporting info to helpdesk@typa.com. That's helpdesk@typa.com. The Typa Scholastic Excellence Award, awarding excellence in the classroom.
Here at Academy Sports and Outdoors, we want everyone to stay safe while doing more of what they love. So whether you're planning a fishing trip, heading out for a run, prepping your lease, or playing sports in the backyard, we have all the gear you need to enjoy more sports and outdoors, all at prices you'll love. And with curbside pickup available, it's never been easier to shop all our brands in-store and online at academy.com. Because whatever you love doing, we're here to help you have more fun out there.
Monarch Trophy Studio in San Antonio, a leader in the awards and recognition industry since 1972. Their mission is to provide their customers with a wide variety of high-quality, competitively priced awards. They have awards for sports, scholastics, employment, you name it, they've got it. Trophies, plaques, badges, pins, and much, much more. With the advancement in technology and the internet, Monarch Trophy Studio has quickly become one of the leading premier online award retailers. Monarch Trophy Studio is a proud sponsor of the Texas Youth Football and Cheer Association and proud provider of all TIFA awards, including the Dale Morgan Trophy. Visit Monarch Trophy Studio, their 30,000 square foot state of the art production facility located at Highway toll free at 1 or by email at sales@www.awards.com. Trophy Studio is on our trophy.
And we'll restart our videos with you tonight. She had my internet speed increased dramatically. And I'm not sure what else I need to do to make this thing work properly. Fine on my end, here on my end as well. Can you hear me?
Okay. You. I'm just kidding. I can hear.
Are you able to hear me right now?
It just keeps cutting out on me. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's doing it for everybody else. If it's not doing it for everybody else, let's roll.
All right. Well, we'll try to get through this as quickly as possible. Let's see. Everybody else is saying good. Good to go. There we go. We can hear both of you now. I'm not sure where the disconnect is between you and I, but apparently everybody else is hearing us just fine. All right. So let's move on. So fighting on the field. About fights on the field. Evron, you as a coach, how do you handle that situation when you've got
between players? I can't tolerate that, and I think that's just something that's instilled into teams that I've been able to coach in the past and organizations I've been a part of. That's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. The kid's coming out immediately, and you always know that second person is the one that always gets caught, is the one that always gets the penalty thrown on them. This got cooler heads have to prevail all the time.
So, and I agree. I mean, the adults are the ones that have to take. I think both teams just be in agreement that it doesn't matter whose fault it is. They need to be separated and to be stopped. Whether someone will have to prevail and adults have to take the lead and show those cooler heads. That's part of the problem. These adults don't want to do that. They want to escalate it. They want to be right all the time. And to do as a person.
Kenny, whether I've been a coach, a referee, a black shirt, a parent, or whatever, I've always seen this happen when it's not something that just pops off. it's not a kid doesn't just snap. This is something that normally happens throughout the game, and they're getting agitated and agitated and agitated. And when it's not addressed, and we just go hard or push him back, hit him back, like that's where it gets to the point where the kid just blows up. I've not really seen it where it was just one play and the kid just wells off on somebody. It's typically something that's been building up and that's just been overlooked.
So responsibility of adults, volunteers, and their behavior. Um, I've always been an advocate of, it's the volunteers, it's the adults at the games that will dictate how a youth player will reach to certain situations. When you've got, I actually did a game where I was actually physically at the game, broadcast, and a parent roll up to the rail and scream kid, making him leave at the far end of the field just so his father could tell him, I don't care what your coach does, you go over there and you head off.
Yeah, I've heard some pretty bad things, and it's a gladiator sport, right? So you're gonna get bumps and bruises, you're gonna get angry, and you're gonna want to get to the point to where you want to fight, but you can't do that at any level, right? So not in youth football, not in middle school football, not in high school football, and if we're trying to prepare them, for the next level, if this is truly something that a lot of these parents and coaches want these kids to be able to do, the discipline starts now. So if we can't start it now, we're setting them up for failure in the future. So I mean, it's just but the referees have to control that too, as well as the coaches. So it's all parents. Not parents. I take that back. All adults. I apologize. I didn't mean to say all parents. It's all adults involved in this that could help de-escalate some of these things. Now there will be some times as the kids get a little bit older, and I've seen some of those senior games where it escalates really quickly sometimes with these kids. But ultimately, again, as coaches, we got to let them know this is not, you can't tolerate it. You can't, because that's a lot at stake. And the teammate next to you who won't have a field to play next time, that's on you. When this stuff gets out of hand and people start coming out of the stands, because it only gets worse.
You're exactly right. I mean, it does get worse. And you've heard of organizations that are losing their fields to play on because playing at an ISD, and the ISD is getting sick and tired of their campus police having to respond due to disturbances at a football game at a facility. Next thing you know, the AD is just telling them, "No, we don't want you guys back anymore. Control your adults. You can't control your people." And this goes to some of the yelling, cursing at referees because of bad calls. Look, it's a sport. Bad calls fall all day long. We see them in the NBA all day long. LeBron James is the biggest crybaby I've ever seen on a basketball court. We get to be such a fantastic physical specimen. I can't. I still remember that shot on Sports Center where he wasn't even touched, hit him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But adults have got to, or we have to be that beacon of light that the youth can look up to on how to act and how to be proper in their attitude when it comes to officials. Go hurt the sport, and it is hurting the sport.
Kenny, it's not what I'm about to say is not a very popular opinion, but that's not what this show is about. But our referees are not perfect. I have not ever met a perfect referee, like I've never met a perfect coach or player or parent or whatever. But you couldn't pay me enough to ref a Taifa game. Those guys are special individuals to come out there and take the beating they take game after game by some of these coaches, players, and parents. Like I couldn't do it. You couldn't pay me enough to ref a Taifa game. So I admire those guys for coming out there and taking that beating, especially the ones that are coming out there and taking it seriously and doing a good job. Do we need help with our officials? You damn right we do. We've got some work to do, but I've not met a perfect official. But you couldn't pay me enough to ref a Taifa game. Couldn't happen.
Look at the New Orleans Saints. Look at the Saints. How many times have they been victim of a call by a referee? And I guarantee you, those coaches are not getting away with saying the things that youth coaches say to referees on a youth football.
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hey, Kenny, I don't want to change the subject, but I got to give a special shout out. Jose Salcedo, Abilene Cowboys in the house already.
Oh, we're going to talk about those Abilene Cowboys. We're about that. We're going to get into the scores, and we're going to run that down because you, sir, I hope you've got some hot sauce. I saw we've got a big pile of crow ready to be eaten tonight.
I'm ready.
That we're going to score up here on the zone, right here on the Texas Taifa Sports Network. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
In an effort to program the three in the rookie division, he passed away on January 1st of 2004 in a vehicle accident. His parents were longtime friends of the Taifa founders. The winners of this award will receive $100, a certificate of accomplishment, and a congratulatory letter from Taifa. In addition, the winners' names will be placed on the Taifa website in the Hall of Fame. Those that qualify but do not win will receive a congratulatory letter from Taifa as an honorable mention. The 13 for football players and 8 to 15 for cheerleaders as of August 1st of the current year. They must have a 98% or better GPA. All other requirements set forth in the rules. If your players or cheerleaders qualify, send their information with supporting info to helpdesk@taifa.com. That's helpdesk@taifa.com. The Sean Anthony Richardson Academic Excellence Team, awarding excellence in the classroom.
Here at Academy Sports and Outdoors,
Check.
in the backyard, we have all the gear you need to enjoy more sports and outdoors, all at prices you'll love. And with curbside pickup available, it's never been easier in store and online at academy.com to help you have more fun out there.
A cognitive assessment aid available for download as an app on iPhone and Android. HitCheck brings you fast, easy assessment aid to the sideline anywhere you play or practice. HitCheck is a proud supporter of the Taifa Safety Initiative. For more information about HitCheck, or email at info.com. Gamebreaker, powered by Video Impact Protection, providing the safest soft shell headgear. Great design that is durable and lightweight. Gamebreaker headgear is machine wide. Gamebreaker headgear is available to transfer logos on demand in San Antonio. Breaker is a proud part of the Taifa Safety Initiative and sponsor of the Taifa Radio Player of the Game Award. Make Gamebreaker a part of your team's efforts to ensure safe play. Go to GameBreaker.com or call. Check them out and order yours today. Gamebreaker. Protect the play. Check the game.
And welcome back to the zone here on the Taifa Sports Network with you. Are we ready for some scores, Avron?
Yeah, we're ready for some scores, Kenny. I'm ready.
Yeah, we're ready for some scores, Kenny.
All right, so yeah, really quick here. Let's start off with the flag as the Which screens here? I'm looking at the wrong screen. Here we go. Let's take a look at this here. Let's go to the scores page instead of the state page. And we're going to take a look at the flag first. Here we go. Now, here's the first bit of crow. You were knocking on my Midland Horned Frogs out there in West Texas. And the Lubbock Red Raiders 45-0.
I wasn't knocking on him, Kenny. I wasn't a believer yet. I'm not a believer yet.
Well, let's see here. Cornerstone Warriors red 22, San Antonio Panthers 6. Judson Jr. Rockets 37, New Braunfels Junior Cougars 0. Florida East Austin Panthers 12, San Antonio Junior Hawks 13, Texas Giants 0, Valley Longhorns 22, Northeast Raiders 21. I'm going to do this. How about my Live Oak Bars? Defeat the Abilene Cowboys. Lose to the 8 Spartans 42-12, and the JYSF Venom 54, Livonia Grizzlies 0.
Okay, keep going.
Cowboys, bro.
Hey, we had a bad day. We had a bad day, but that's one level. That's one level. Keep on going.
Oh, you want me just to keep going?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. So we'll move on to we'll move on to the Here you go. Here come the tight scores. Judson Junior Rockets 18. Midland Horned Frogs 45. Lubbock Red Raiders 9. 30. San Antonio Spartans 50. New Braunfels Junior 13-0. That was one of them games that you said I was. Let me do this again, Avron. How about my Live Oak Jaguars? 14-12 over the 14-6 San Angelo East Austin Panthers 12, Floresville Wildcats 6. Southeast Seabird 51, Black and Gold Spartans 0. Central Panthers and Upper Valley Long 7. El Paso Broncos 13, Northeast Texans 0. Mesquite Hill 13, Giants 6. And the Abilene Cowboys defeat the 806 Spartans 41-6.
Wait, I didn't hear.
You
cut out. I didn't hear that.
County Titans 54-0 over the Grizzlies.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear the Cowboy score. You cut out.
Which one did I cut out on?
Abilene Cowboys. I didn't hear that score. You cut out.
Abilene Cowboys 41, 806 Spartans 6.
Oh, okay. My bad. Keep going.
Did you hear the Tri-County score?
I saw that 54 to nothing. Is that D? Did they play the full game, or when was it? When were the lights shut off? When was that game called? Was it the four? Did they play 4 quarters?
It doesn't show me that. I have no idea.
Yeah, I was hoping Livonia would give it a little fight. I got faith in Livonia though. They're gonna get up. They're gonna get up off the mat. Tri-County, I think you kind of made them a little upset. You saw them on early today, Kenny. You saw that? Coach Smith was on there early. Wanted to hear what you had to say.
Yeah, I did. It was the Livonia Grizzlies have been struggling this year.
Oh, okay. What happened in the rookie division? I can't wait to hear.
All right, here's your All right, well, here we go with the rookies. That's a junior 45, the Junior Falcons 12, Midland Horn Frogs 45, Lubbock Red Raiders 0. Cornerstone defeated over the San Antonio Panthers. Texas Spartans all over the New Braunfels Junior Cougars 27-0. JYSF Benham 44, 6. And here we go again, Avron. Here we go again. How about my Live Oak Jaguars? 38-0 over the San Antonio Tigers.
Al must have woke up.
This Tigers force.
Al woke up and like got all
the Wildcats and Panthers 19. Black and Gold Spartans 30. El Paso Wolfpack 7. Upper Horns 20. Over the Northeast Raiders 27-9. Texas Giants get a win on the weekend. Finally, in the rookie division, they win over the San Antonio Junior Hawks 18-12. Abilene Cowboys get over on the Spartans, and Tri-Lavernia Grizzlies 0.
Wow, some really good games. That Giants game came out, turned out to be pretty good, like we thought it would be. Other than that,
that's all
in the rookie division.
Yeah, just a clap. All right.
Those Cowboys. Look at them Cowboys, Abilene Cowboys, showing out. We ready. And the Titans blank Lavernia on another level. That's I think that Midland better than Titans talk is got them a little upset, Kenny. You want to eat some crow about that, or they still it was just because it was Lavernia?
It's Grizzlies. It's the Grizzlies. If they they should be Division 3.
Now you just getting disrespectful. Stop being disrespectful, Kenny Long.
All right, so here's the junior scores. Judson Junior Rockets. Rockets fall in the junior division. Midland Horn Frogs 40. Lubbock Red Raiders 0. Texas Spartans 38 over the Cougars. Cibolo Spartans over the JYSF Venom 54-20. Cornerstone Warriors Red 2. San Antonio Panthers 36. And I got to do it again. How about my Live Oak Jaguars? 6-0 over the San Antonio. Floresville Wildcats 38. East Austin Black and Gold Spartans 38-0 over the El Paso Wolf. Upper Valley Longhorns 41-21 over the Central Panthers. Black and Red Spartans 1-0 over the Northeast Texans. Northeast Raiders 40. El Paso Sharks Gray 8. Horizon City Falcons 31-24 for the Mesquite Hill Knights. Texas Giants 6 over the San Antonio. And trouble in Cowboy Land. 806 Spartans 12. Cowboys 10. Tri-County Titans 42. Lavernia Grizzlies 6.
Wow. I got to check my sources, find out what happened in that Cowboys game. I gotta imagine it was a fluke. It was a fluke.
All right, here comes the senior scores, the 13U scores. 42-6, South Texas will lead over the Sandwiches over the Judson Junior Rockets. Renegade Colts. Nothing. You got nothing on that?
I couldn't hear you. You cut out on me, so I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it.
Are you there, Avron, or did I lose you again?
I'm here, but I think I couldn't hear you. Hold on.
Can you hear me, Kenny?
I can.
I was just texting. Yeah, so it was a little. I missed the senior scores when you went to the senior scores, but there was the North Side and Judson Junior Rockets game, and that Spartans game looked like those were pretty close games. That elite team is looking pretty good, or the Tigers are. Hold on one sec. Hello. Oh, okay.
That's me.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I muted it.
So go ahead and mute yourself on the computer. So that delay was just absolutely killing me.
Yeah, it was killing me too.
So
That'll work.
going on with that. Yeah.
That'll work.
All right. So the Northside Savages 31, Judson Rockets 31.
That game there was. I need to see that. The Judson Junior Rockets have always come hard on that level. In my experiences with type, and I'm Judson Rocket until I die. Not Judson Junior Rockets, but Judson Rockets. So I claim them too. That's a tough loss. So North Side's got to be that good. Can you say North Side? Are you even able to say that?
I can't do it. I cannot do it. I'm gonna say
You're gonna have to put some respect on the name, Ken. You just got
You have to put some respect on the name.
yeah, I've got all the respect in the world for the team. I just cannot say that name. I have to say North. It's just not in me to say the WF side.
I'll work on it with you. We'll have a practice on Monday night.
I'll work on it with you. We'll have a practice on Monday night.
So now we get a little bit better audio here for us at work. Jaguars, when I picked them to win.
Like I said, Al must have woke up and rallied the troops and got everybody, excited about
and got everybody, excited.
They got a sweep, and let's just see if they can keep it going.
Playing.
Because it wasn't that promising a couple weeks ago, and you know that.
And with the business, they got a sweep.
Yeah, because you're a homer. You're a homer.
But I went with go there. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're a homer.
And I had good reason for
it. That's a sweep.
They got the sweep.
That's the sweep. That is the sweep.
Let's see if they're going to keep it going.
We'll see if they do that. So the next thing that I want to bring up is JYSF Venom. You chastised
and they did
for choosing the JYSF Venom.
Yeah.
And the only
and they did.
Right
and they did.
I mean,
you were right on that one.
They should lose on many levels at all.
Should the Venom lose?
So
many levels at all.
You made a good pick. I got to give it to you.
So you made a good pick. You made a good pick.
Northeast side.
You love you from Northeast side.
I do. I feel like that Northeast side. That's where I grew up. That's where I'm from. Where I live.
Kenny, you're making me a believer, but I don't know.
You tried it. You tried
it. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out soon.
We'll find out soon enough, but I don't know how to do it.
Well, we're gonna have to do something.
Yeah, I saw some names up there that I didn't expect to see.
Yeah, I saw some names that I didn't expect to see so high.
Yeah, I mean, you get the San Antonio Giants. They're number one in flag. and they're number 1 in.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I mean,
That's
and
awesome.
that just came out of nowhere. But the season gets more and more in. It starts to clean up. You start having people that are jumping down. JYSF Venom were not in the mix there to begin with, in the flag or the Tikes, and they're sitting at number 3.
What about Tri-County?
Tri-County in flag. I don't think they have a flag team here, do they?
No, I think
Team is right now. Make the top 5, but they're sitting at number.
Are you gonna put some respect on her name yet or no?
okay. You gonna put them
over in the top 5. Tri-County's name when they no disrespect to the Grizzlies, but clearly they are struggling this year because that's the way they've been since we started the season. So you really can't count that as anything major. Top quality. I mean, they got the Texas Spartans.
I think Kenny. I think that you've made them so mad. You've made them so mad.
But
I know.
I don't think
before we could even.
I think that you so mad.
There was some tight coaches on there. So I don't know if it's
I know there was some tight coaches on
so
there.
mad they're coming out
You
with
blame
blood.
But you made them so mad. They're coming out. Well,
For those people,
It's good. I'm maybe by the end of the season start to believe that they belong in D1.
you are so disrespectful.
you are so disrespectful.
Hey, maybe the Titans belong in D1 and then the Atlanta Falcons belong in the NFL. How about that?
It's not disrespectful. It's being truthful.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe the Titans belong in
Brian's
D1.
taking out his frustration on his Falcons team is so bad. He's taking his frustration out on the youth football field against their opponents.
Well, I'm telling you this.
Oh yeah. Not a
Something or in the course, they could have crying like a baby.
Oh man. Yeah. It's
oh man.
good games. Next week, I know we'll talk about this schedule here in just a bit, but I mean, we saw still a lot of shutouts.
But no, I mean,
maybe 24 shutouts last week. That's still a lot. So maybe the offenses aren't catching up.
We had maybe 24. So maybe we're not.
I don't know what dominant is. I don't know if it's
out here. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's still like a desperation or if it's just that we just got some teams that are just really, really good.
I think it's both. I think you got teams that are really, really good and they're starting to come to the top. As the schedule goes on, as the season goes on, you're going to see that. But we also had some very good games, very close scores. That Texas Giants win at the junior level, 6-0. That must have been a nice battle all game long between those two teams because San Antonio Junior Hawks brought it. I was really surprised to see number 2 or number 1 at 2 age levels, and I think at least in the top level, for the most part, they took it. And that is not an easy organization to beat.
No, and again, the Texas Giants are probably playing
and
the football Giants
better than the New York football Giants.
To see those scores and to see the competition a little bit more stiff. And it did.
And it did.
I wasn't expecting, like your Live Oak Jaguars. But there was a lot of points put up. A lot of points put up. So I'm glad to see that. Some of those teams get off the schneid and they're able to get a win here pretty soon. But this is shaping up to be.
Some of those teams get off the schneid and they're able to get a win.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the scores again, look at the rookies. It looks like it was split between the Hawks juniors and the rookie game. They won 18-12 in that rookie game, but I think it was the Titans. These were not blowout games in this game. That would have been a nice set of games to be all weekend long.
I mean, you can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That Judson
For
Jr.
sure.
In the junior
That I mean, and you can usually tell by the scores, but that just
you know,
it's in the junior top and the Titans game.
it's like that was
I'm curious to see how that panned out. I wish I could
13-0 at the Titans
that
level.
game that looks like that was
Big
another,
stops.
a close game. And 13-0 at the Titans level, that game coaches out there basically
Put these kids in
trying to
but a 13-0 game. I bet that was a hard game as well.
trying to put these kids.
How many teams do you have? See, this is the thing. I'm putting all on the line. I'm going all out Abilene Cowboy. I got the Cowboys. Can I pick up some other teams too? Because you got like your team.
And once again,
you got like a side team.
You got like another team. You got like a side team.
see, that's the beauty of my position. I'm not attached to any one organization. So therefore, they're all my teams when they're winning.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Really good game. We did have some more blowouts, but things are starting to shape up in the standings. Once again, you can check out the crawler at the bottom and see the top 5 for each age groups. I've got them listed there. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I think it's time, and make our picks. And soon, I'm going to in your front yard with your feet and shoes on, scratching the ground, looking for worms and bugs to eat. You've eaten so much crow.
I
think it is. I think it's going to happen. Have to be careful. We'll be right back right here on The Zone on the Typhus Network every Tuesday starting at 8:30 p.m. We're in Tribune. Be back.
Joey Teague, son of Mike and Patty Teague and longtime Typha member,
pretty bad.
was cystic fibrosis.
It was pretty bad. Somebody told you to do that.
Also coached in Typha and was a Joey passed away in 2000. Typha Volunteer of the Year Award recognized who helped me for one of the first in Texas and the nation.
All of my computers they're bringing up web pages quickly. So when I bring up this live,
Joey T. All that he gave. Volunteer of the Year.
And are you playing the commercials through Be Live also?
Yeah.
Your nominee name, contact information, and a short information. That's helpdesk@typha.com. The Joey T. Typha Volunteer of the Year Award.
Gotcha.
Here at Academy Sports and Outdoors, we want everyone to stay safe while doing more of what they planning a fish, heading out for a run. Sports and
Other than what I'm talking to you on.
we have all
And I'm hardwired.
Yeah, that's weird.
and with curbside pickup available, it's never all our brands
So
in
at this
store.
point, I don't know.
Academy
I don't know.
because whatever you love doing, we're here to help you have fun out there.
Monarch Trophy Studio in San Antonio, a leader in the awards and recognition. Their mission is to provide a variety of high quality, competitively priced awards for sport,
No,
scholastic,
no.
trophy,
I'll be distracted if I did.
and much more. Internet.
I kept telling my friends this series wasn't over. And like,
Become
over
one
and
of
they're
the
like,
leading
"Oh, man, y'all are crazy. You're crazy. They're NBA players. I need to get my shirts from Brian or Chris.
Cheers.
I know they're going to be mad at me for wearing Lakers gear on the show and a hat.
In
Oh, well.
Monarch Trophy Studio in their 30,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility
Hope they
located
don't
at
fire
Highway
me.
281 in Thousand Oaks in San Antonio, Texas. Contact
Can you get fired from a volunteer gig?
1-800-364-7903 or by email at
I said, can you get? I said, I hope they don't
check them
fire
out
me.
on their interactive
Can you get
website,
fired from a volunteer gig?
awards.com. Monarch Trophy Studio in San Antonio. Come get that Monarch Trophy.
Pushing the envelope.
All right, I think we're back.
Okay.
And welcome back to the zone here on the Type of Sports Network. Kenny Long, Avron. In fact, let me get Avron plugged back into the right plug. Hi, Avron. You back?
And we're back.
And we're back. So let's take a look at the game just to pick from.
All right. So.
All right. So.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
Judson Junior Rockets and the Solo Spartans.
Judson Junior Rockets and the Solo Spartans.
What are you looking at?
Let's talk about the Judson Junior Rockets on the.
Let's talk about the Judson Junior Rockets on the.
I don't think the junior game is gonna be close.
I don't think the junior game is gonna be close.
But that's just me. But what do you think about
but that's just me. But what do you think about on the rookie level?
On the rookie level, the Rockets and the Cibolo Spartans, you said? Now let's Cibolo Spartans and number 14 right now at 2-1. Cibolo Spartans are right there. They played one less game, so they're 1-1 right now. I don't know. I kind of like my odds for the Cibolo Spartans. Although they've only played one game less, and that's where the numbers can skew me here because they've only allowed 44 points on defense, where Judson's allowed 70, but they extra game as well.
Okay.
But I mean, based on that, I mean they're pretty in there with each other. Number 14 in the standings right now. That I think that could shape up to be a game to go either way.
I'm thinking the same thing, but I'm going with the Judson Junior Rockets there.
Judson Junior Rockets there.
I'm gonna go with the underdog on this one. I'm going with Cibolo Spartans.
Yes, they're not underdog.
Yes, they're not underdog.
What about the Tri-County Titans and the Texas?
What about the Tri-County Titans?
Yeah, let's go with the rookies.
Same age group?
Yeah.
And the rookies, Tri-County Titans and who are they playing?
Texas Spartans.
Texas Spartans. Now that one at the rookie level, Texas Spartans are ranked number 10 right now. They're 2-1, 79 and 43 respectively. Tri-County looking really 120 and only allowing 20 points on defense. 3-0, number 17 right now. I think Tri-County will get that win. I think the Spartans will give them a game, but I think as the game goes on, I think towards the fourth quarter, I think Tri-County starts to run away with it.
On the Titans right now? Is that why you picked when Barkley picks the team, they usually lose?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you would call it the Charles Barkley jinx. It may be the Kenny Long jinx.
Okay.
But so all of a sudden, I give a game to the Titans. I give them some props. You know, they're looking good, and I say all the right things. And all of a sudden, now I'm trying to jinx them.
Ask you what the people want to know. So I was just making sure. The people want to know.
Well, here's the people need to know, and that is that I'm picking the Tri-County Titans over the Texas Spartans. You know, I think they're the better team in this matchup. I think the Spartans give them the first three quarters, and the fourth quarter, the County Titans run away with it.
Wow. Okay. We're going to find out.
Okay.
We're going to find out.
What you got?
Let's go over to your Jaguars going to beat the East Austin.
Your Jaguars going to beat the East Austin.
At what age level?
Let's go.
You know, the Jaguars are strong.
Jaguars are strong.
In a couple levels. Let's go.
In a couple levels.
Tykes.
Let's go. Tykes.
You want to mess with my Tykes?
You want to mess with my Tykes?
Yeah,
you want to mess with my Tykes? All right, well, let's see. White Oaks are number 15 right now. 1-1 on the season. 13 points scored on about 40 versus the East Austin Panthers, which I believe won. They've scored 42 and allowed 32. Score more points than the Jaguars do, but I tell you what, I think this weekend's game motivates this Live Oak Jaguars, and they get the upset over the East Austin Panthers.
Wow. You're predicting an upset there.
Wow. You're predicting an upset there.
I am predicting the upset. Now, granted, it doesn't appear that the Jaguars have a very strong offense, only scoring 13 points, and they've allowed 40 on defense. But East Austin Panthers allowed 32 points, so they're not too far off. If the Jaguars can get that offense rolling,
Are you playing both
and
sides?
maybe
Are you?
get into a scoring war with the Panthers.
I'm just,
See, now you're pissing me off. How am I playing the fence here? How I believe this game will go, and I'm going with the upset with the Live Oak Jaguars.
Just making sure, Kenny. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same.
Oh, I'm
good. I gotta show some love.
Let me ask you this. I gotta put some love to it because I don't want people to think I'm up
on Laverne the Grizzlies,
know,
but the Grizzlies
on Laverne the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies,
the Wildcats, the Panthers, Forestville, Wildcats.
Okay, and that's Laverne the Grizzlies. I'm talking about the Wildcats. The Wildcats.
Forward to seeing.
I look
forward
to
being
seeing the team that I know they are. Really been around. You pick a level, any level. Before we'll get
against the San Antonio Panthers.
Yeah.
I think Forestville will get the win on the Tigers level. Just no defense by the San Antonio Panthers. When you look at the numbers, they've allowed 85 points in 3 games against their opponents. They've allowed them to score 85 points. For Forestville has only allowed 32. And granted, they don't score very much, but they're 0-2 as well, so their offense is struggling. The Panthers' offense only scored 6. I think Forestville will get that win at the Tigers level. Let me take a look at the rookies. We'll do all levels with them. So Florida Wildcats are number 18 right now at 2-0 at the rookie level, whereas the San Antonio Panthers are all the way down to 23. They're 0-3. They have scored a point on offense. They've allowed 137. No brainer. There's your 2 wins right there.
Probably win on the flag level.
Yeah, and I think they probably win on the flag level.
3 wins this weekend.
So I'm looking for Thursday to at least get 3 wins this weekend. And me.
And now that I'm looking at it here, let's. Where are they? Well, San Antonio Panthers are number 3 team at the junior level, only allowing 8 points. They scored 85. But the Wildcats are the number 9 team. They're 2-0. They've played 1 less game. They've allowed 37 points, though. That's going to be a tall order. I think San Antonio Panthers will win that game, but I'd look to see if Forestville actually make it a game. I think it'll be tougher for the Panthers than they're going to walk in thinking it's going to be.
That should be, that should definitely be a good one.
That should be, that should definitely be a good one.
Three.
I'm looking for three
the Jaguars. Wait, do they? That's right. We already talked about them in the East Austin Panthers. Vernon Grizzlies and the Tigers.
Grizzlies.
That actually should be San Antonio Tigers. Looking at the junior level right now. And if I can find the San Antonio,
I mean, they
No.
they lost some games last week on a couple. On what level?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't go far.
So they lost
I'm on the junior level.
Actually, your Jaguars.
Off the close game.
Your Jaguars.
By 1 point in tight. Your Jaguars.
And then on the rookie level,
they took an L.
The matchup could that
matchup could go well.
Or the Tigers, see who gets the first couple of wins there.
Or the Tigers, see who gets the
Grizzlies are the 20. They I think they had first. They have scored no points, and they've allowed 69 points on defense. Whereas the San Antonio Tigers are 0-3. They've scored 25 points on offense, given up 54. I think the San Antonio now in the standings.
No love for the Grizzlies.
No love for the Grizzlies.
I got faith in you, Grizzlies.
I got faith in you, Grizzlies.
It's not that I don't have to love the Grizzlies. I see that they're struggling right now. I don't know why, but they're struggling. Same situation. San Antonio Tigers are all the way at the bottom of 30, but they 15 points have given up 130. I think in order for them to get, it's going to be this. But they've got to find a way to get that offense going. If they can't get that offense going and the Tigers get in the end zone,
I agree.
They're in trouble.
I'm going with the Grizzlies to get.
I agree. I'm going with a couple wins.
I'm going out there.
Yeah, I'm going out there.
Yep.
Going out on the limb.
Yep.
The Grizzlies at the Tights level, I believe I'm looking at here. The Grizzlies are the 25th ranked team again, and this is why it's an organization right now. I don't know if this is an issue, number of kids, talent, or coaching right now, but no points scored on offense, and they've allowed 99 on defense. Whereas you get the San Antonio Tigers at the same age group. Let's see if I can find them. I went all the way to the bottom, but not the bottom spot. I went all the way to the San Antonio Tigers are ranked 19. They're 1-2. They've won a game, scored 32 points on offense. I think you're going to be hard pressed game that match. Really do. There's a problem there on offense. They're just not figuring out all levels.
It's recorded, and we can go back and hear this.
And we can go back and hear this, and we can watch you grow.
You know, and here's the thing. This that I'm seeing, like the Livonia Grizzlies right now, they're struggling on offense. Please prove me wrong. I'd love to see these kids be able to figure something out. Win the game, steal the game, whatever they need to do to win. I hate to see issue. We've seen that. You just get coaches that just can't coach an offense. And
the beauty of it,
struggle and lose.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Completely. And right now, that's the Livonia Grizzlies.
What we find is, there's a few games these kids get a sniff in the end zone.
There's a few games these kids get a sniff in the end zone. Coaches gain a little bit of confidence. A little bit of confidence. That ends on a couple times.
Types of runs that taste of victory, but I'm telling you, Livonia wins this one.
Let's see if they can do it. What else you got for me?
I was on the bandwagon at
week 1.
But how bad is this Venom and Cornerstone Warriors game?
Is this Venom and Cornerstone Warriors white game?
Well, let's see. The Venom at the Tykes level, they're touchdown. White, you said they're playing 2, and they're another team that did not scored on offense. That's Venom all day long.
Okay.
The rookie. I mean, JYSF is the number 3 team at the age group. Right. First White is the number 16 team. They're 1-1 all game. Venom.
At the junior level, JYS and Venom, but that's the team that's struggling.
At the junior level. For that organization. I know Chris Davis would say the same thing. They're 0-3. They scored 38 points. They've given up 140 on the defensive side. That's almost reminiscent of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey,
Cornerstone White, 101. If Chris Davis and his coaching staff can get that junior Venom team off their horse and get them moving on offense, that's a game that they could possibly get against. Wait a minute, I was looking at the wrong one. That was the red. Where's the white at? Here's Cornerstone White, but could get the win if they get themselves in here. But
are you predicting Cornerstone win?
Really?
If they win the game, it's going to be at the junior level. Yeah, on the junior level, they and make a nice jump to get their first season. But odds are it's going to be Cornerstone White.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna find that out. How about going out?
Okay, find that out. How about going out?
What about my Cowboys?
West Texas.
You know what?
What do you want to look at?
This should be easy.
You know what? This should be.
My Cowboys are playing the Raiders.
My Cowboys are playing the
in the junior division. Actually, they're playing them in
the Tykes rookie.
They're playing all of them.
Okay, so it's for your Abilene Cowboys. All right, so at the junior level. Your Abilene Cowboys are pretty respectable for number 6, 40. I'm gonna give it that. I'm gonna give that to your Abilene Cowboys. I think their defense may hold up that Lubbock Red Raiders team, and it showed Lubbock Red Raiders have shown against probably the number 1 team out of West Texas, and that's.
Listen, we don't need you to jump on our bandwagon for nothing. Okay? Either you're on or you're off.
Either you're on or you're off. On or you're off.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Abilene gets the win. They got a pretty good scoring 110 points, even being the number 60. Only scored 60. But like I said, that could be skewed because so we'll see, that could be a very, very good, tight, close game to go between those two. But I'm gonna go with your Abilene Cowboys.
I love hearing that.
That a boy. I love hearing that.
The rookies, boys, 3-0, 80. Let's see. We're looking at the
Lubbock Red Raiders. They're number 22.
Lubbock Red Raiders. They're the number 22 team. They're 1-2, 58-71. That's 2 wins right there for Abilene.
Okay.
I think Abilene gets those 2. Tight at the Tykes level. Cowboys are 118 points on offense. A good, powerful offense. 6 on defense. And the Raiders, of course, we know they fell to They're ranked number 14 at 2-1. That was their first loss. 102 and 57 respectively. I think that one's going to be a decent game, even with the Cowboys being number 8 ranked. That a lot of that has to do with that first loss they took against the Horned Frogs. But Levy got a pretty good, powerful off himself. That could be a good, nice game.
I think so too. I also noticed that on the flag level,
on the flag level,
the teams have struggled against home.
The teams have struggled against the Abilene 45. I want to say maybe Lovers by the same score, 45.
Hold on.
So that should be really interesting. But hold on. Make it better. I'm going to do something. We're talking about bold predictions. I don't know how bold this is going to be. But
I don't know if you can see it, Kenny.
Just my Abilene.
Do my best impersonation.
No,
say sweep.
Cowboys
Sweeping. Cowboys
sweeping.
sweeping.
I don't know if they sweep.
Are you really going that route?
You sweeping.
Yeah, you sweep them.
Wow.
You sweep them.
You see, folks, you see it right here live. That is Avron Tribune that is really making a fool of himself now.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That is funny. That is really funny. That was a little short room, too. So I can't sweep. Hey, what happened to Cody's foot? What is wrong with his foot?
I got on this
Man,
wall,
it's too raw, man. It's too got on this wall, man.
I mean, it's like his like he broke his ankle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
even the look on his face, he's looking down and thinking,
He tore his Achilles.
oh, so is that the last of our picks? That it?
Last one pick because you're on their bandwagon.
Bandits.
Midland Home
Flag.
That's Bandit.
Is it possible they lose?
And they got the Spartan flag. Can they? Is it possible that
Kenny, you didn't even think about it.
Zero possibility.
you didn't even think about it?
So you're saying they're gonna go undefeated the whole damn season?
Are you just saying they're gonna go?
Wow.
Pretty much. I think they're that wrong. I mean, they're the two team. They're 3-0. They've only given up 9 points on defense, and they're playing San Angelo Bandit.
Yeah.
What's on offense?
You say that was
Ball game.
You said it was such bigger. Like you're just.
Okay. Well, do you need more? Do you need more from it? Okay, fine. Midland Horned Frogs at the rookie level. They are 3-0, 125 points on offense. They have yet to be scored against. Let's see. San Angelo Bandits. I can't even find them. Oh, there they are. They're the second to last place. 0-3. They've only scored 8 points on offense. They've allowed 108. I'd be an idiot to choose San Angelo over Midland on that. Junior levels, 3-0, 137 points on offense, 0 points allowed on defense. They're the second-ranked team in the Bandits. They're the second to last team on offense, 130 points on defense. So let me go back to my earlier statement when we first asked, and I just about cut you off.
Wow.
That's
So
the
on the flag level, they play the 806 Spartan.
806 Spartan.
Flag.
806 Spartans gave up 12 points to the Cowboys.
Let's see here.
806 Spartans gave us 12 points to the Cowboys.
points on offense with the second-ranked team in flag. Gator Lake Spartans, they're comfortably the ninth-ranked team, 2-1. I don't see that happening. Midland Horned Frogs all day long, 4-game sweep.
So you're saying they're gonna sweep them with the broom?
Wow. So you're saying they're gonna
first game of the season, Midland beat them. You think it's a repeat, or you think it's gonna be closer than that?
You think it's a repeat, or you think?
I think it'll be a blowout. I think it'll be a 50-0.
Kenny.
Oh.
You know what? You know what? I'm not picking the Spartans.
You know what?
But it won't be 50. They won't them out. I think the Spartans score this time,
but it won't be 50. They won't sell it. And it's a lot for the board.
I'm calling it.
50-0.
I'm calling it.
I'm calling it. I disagree.
Oh, wow.
I disagree.
I'm calling it. I disagree.
As a matter of fact, I am so sure that it's going to be.
Wow.
I think actually,
Kenny, you are
being disrespectful.
flag the tune. It's not disrespectful. It's being. The Midland Horned Frogs are the team to beat. They have been for the past 2 years.
And for those people that didn't hear last week, you said that they're a better D1 team than the Tri-County Titans.
You said that they're a better D1.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
About that.
I bet you. I bet you. If we were to set up a weekend where it was the Midland Horned Frogs and the Tri-County Titans, they get field and they play each other. It's a sweep by the Midland Horned Frogs, and a couple of those teams will get 50-0. A sweep.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
The tape.
Mark the tape.
Wow.
Mark the tape.
Wow. I need. Oh wow.
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say after that.
Matthew Moreno said,
"Let's make it happen."
Yeah, oh yeah, we can definitely set that up. But I'm telling you right now, if I'm right, you owe me.
I'll get you some Krispy
2
Kreme
boxes of 2 dozen donuts.
Krispy Kreme donuts too.
I'm not even that crazy about Krispy Kreme. I'll take Dunkin' Donuts. I'll take Rivers. Just
there you go.
Just 2 dozen of donuts.
Wow.
Deal.
I think Midland sweeps San Angelo, and I'm going out on a limb to saying I every single level.
Wow.
And on a side, you brought it up. Midland Horned Frogs. Yeah.
Jeez, wow. I'm glad this is recorded.
Jeez, wow. I'm glad this is recorded.
Yeah, we had a question about
we had a about
if we knew what state that
the location's going to be at. I have not heard about that.
No. The location is not been decided. And I saw the same question from Matthew Moreno there. I can tell you right now, you're not going to probably know about championship location well into probably November, December, simply because you've got the 4A and below high school championship around that time. And then, of course, 6A just got started last week. Games the week prior, those were like little teams that managed to get up warm-up games. Steele High School ended up playing Life Academy out of Virginia just for a warm-up game, and then they started playing their regular schedule. So 6A just got started, 5A and 6A. So they're predicted to go into January for their playoffs and championships. So a lot of the locations that we can get for championships are not going to be released until they know they're not going to get a high school game.
Speaking of that
speaking of that IMG
for America.
How great is that going to be for America?
Oh, that's going to be something else. Duncanville is going to have a major opportunity to really show their side, show what they've got, and to really solidify if they can at least stay close, possibly win against IMG. This is nothing more than an all-star team. They go around the nation, plucking kids from different high schools, money to pay the tuition and the dorm fees, almost going to college as a high school student with IMG.
Yeah, that's that.
So, I mean, I think IMG, if you're smart, you'll pick on. If you're a homer from Texas, I'm near wishing that Duncanville lays a whooping on IMG. It shows them what Texas football's about.
For the ages.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. At the age, I like these coaches that encourage their kids to watch something like that. That's gonna be high school football and kindness, and that's good about.
Oh yeah, it's all the talk up here in the area because Duncanville's all of maybe south of me here in Eula. It's a lot of talk about if the state seat's going to be available. I think I'm not sure who's going to be if they're going to be broadcasting down there. I haven't checked it. They're going to be some high school football in Antonio.
Yeah, should be a good one though.
It should be a good one. So you think that's for me?
No,
not worth it.
Not worth it. I can't wait to see next week how bad you were.
Well, you said that 2 weeks in a row now, and 2 weeks in a row, you're the one that's had that big pile of crow.
Slash Charles Barkley jinx is going to come to fruition, and team's going to get on here.
Kenny Long slash Charles Barkley jinx is going to come to fruition. He's going to get on here hoping you don't pick the ball forward.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Keep here, step away just real quick, and we'll come back, pay some bills, and we'll tonight and get on out of here. Keep it here. You're watching The Zone right here on the Typha Sports Network.
Oh, did we? Oh shoot, it's 9:53.
Joey T. I'm Typha member. Fibrosis. Like this.
If you want to get off that fine grade,
Graduated
get
with
out.
honors from Judson High School
That's
and
okay. I'll
attended
wait.
the
I'll wait on
University
him
of
with you.
Texas at San Antonio. All while struggling to stay healthy.
And my throat is dry.
Five-O
Mine too.
Jaguars from 1998 to 2006 and was a husband and
I know you
father.
can't do anything without people thinking it's
Joey
COVID or
G.
something now. Or you even or yourself thinking
was
it's COVID.
established to recognize and bring it to
Yeah. Which I know it's not, because I get temperature checked every single day I walk in the office.
Right.
the nation through heartfelt commitment and spirit, all of which epitomize Joey G and all that he gave to youth sports. For more information or to nominate a volunteer from your organization for the Joey T. Typha Volunteer of the Year Award, send your nominee's name, contact information, and a short bio as to what makes him a great volunteer. You can send the information to helpdesk@typha.com. That's helpdesk@typha.com. The Joey T. Typha Volunteer
Lakers are down up 5. They're up 5.
or volunteer.
I placed a little
Here at
bet on the
Academy Sports
Yankees,
and Outdoors,
Astros,
we
and
want
Braves all to
everyone
win.
stay safe while
If
doing
the Astros and
what they
Braves
love.
won, if the Yankees won, I would have won like $600. And
Release.
they're losing. No, they're losing right now though. 7-4 in the 7th.
Side pickup available. It's never been easier to shop all our brands in store and online at Academy, because whatever you love doing, we're here to help you have more fun out there.
Good for you. Good for you.
Modern Trophy Studio in a leader in the recognition industry since 1972. Their mission is to provide their customers a wide variety of high-quality, competitively priced awards.
Good
They
for you.
award sports, scholastics, employment, you name it, they've got it. Trophies, and much, much more. With the advancements in technology and the internet, Monarch Trophy Studios has quickly become one of the leading premier retailers. Monarch Trophy Studios
That's
is
my
proud
man.
sponsor of the Texas Football and proud provider of all type of awards, including the Davis Trophy. Visit Monarch production facility located
Yeah, that's a bad delay. I don't know.
903 right at sale SWorld.com. Website www.mtsawards.com. That's mtsawards.com. Monarch Trophy Studio in San Antonio. Come get your trophy at Monarch Trophy.
And welcome back to the Zone every Tuesday starting at 8:30 p.m. here on Texas Typhus Sports Network. I don't know why I keep saying Texas.
Hey, you did it for so long. It's just the way it is.
I mean, it is a great state, but I mean, it's the Typhus Sports Network, not the Texas Sports Network. I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Most people know that I do high school football. I work for a company called Texas Sports Productions. And whenever I go into a commercial break, I have to actually say on Texas Sports Production. So I'm used to saying that Texas word.
That's your story and you're sticking to it.
There you go. That's your story and you're sticking to it.
Yeah, gotta find a way to stop it. The Typhus Sports Network. It's even on my shirt on it. All right, touched on fighting on the field with the players. I get it. It's an emotional game of football. I mean, you're pushing, you're hitting other players that you're playing against, and it's easy to get heated and upset, things of that nature. But you've got to learn to control yourself. Coach, you don't want to be suspended. Now you've hurt your team even more by getting kicked out of a game and now being suspended for the next game. And all you're doing is losing valuable playing time. Coaches have got to be better at stopping that. And it should be a mutual thing between coaches. Every game they talk, decide, hey, if we get a fight, we can have personal conversations with the referee, but we don't.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know you've seen that, Avron. You've seen that happen.
Officers out there, yeah, man.
Absolutely. That's man to the youngsters out there, yeah.
What he did or she did.
Keep it cool, knowing that
9 times out of 10 is going to be the one that get caught. Cooler heads will always prevail, especially on the football field. It's a gladiator type sport, like I said.
He did. So you have to cooler heads will always prevail. Gladiator type sport. Doing your skin on the football field.
And the funniest part about that happens is, a couple of kids get in a fight, and coaches go out there and separate them, but then the coaches start jawing at each other, start going at it, separate them, and now the kids are getting even more heated. But when it's all said and done, the game's over. It didn't matter who won, what lost, who threw the first a coach. But the adult on. That's where we as adults, fans, those of you in the stands, two things I'm going to mention right now, and I will agree upon, and that is, got to control ourselves. We have got to be that beacon of light that the kids can look to on how to act. You've got to be that example with adults. And I always preach to my students, look at me. I am going to be the epitome of professionalism. If you follow my lead, I'm going to practice with I preach. You're going to see me torn up pair of jeans and show up shirt and grease on doing loops all day long. Parents and adults, we've got to do the same thing. These kids are looking up to us. These kids are watching our every move. If we don't do what makes you expect them to do the right thing?
Yeah. Well said, Kenny. I think that's. I mean, we definitely got to leave.
Well said, Kenny. I think that's. I mean,
it's supposed to be a.
It's a supposed to be a safe
something they love, and as a parent, something you enjoy watching.
Do something they love as a parent.
Crazy out there. You know, these kids out there.
Acting crazy out there while
it starts with us.
Yeah, it
starts with us. And into that.
It makes zero sense. And for God's sakes, wear a mask. Want the season to go through and complete it. If you want us to get to, please do your part and wear a mask. You know, a lot of reports about people crowding themselves, not maintaining, and not wear masks. If you're caught on the sideline not wearing a mask, you're going to get thrown out of the game.
Yeah, as they should. As they should.
As they should.
That's all I need. You got any thoughts? Any final thoughts there, Avron?
Any final thoughts? I know that he's asking us about some of the senior games. We got to show them a little.
Senior games. Whenever we get to senior games, show them a little bit more.
Everybody stay safe out there. This stuff is
real.
Voting opens.
Everyone got a chance to do it. Early voting. Get a chance to and do it.
Absolutely. To hear what Avron said, we did go over the senior scores. We did talk about the senior listed, but yeah, we'll definitely show them a little bit of love next week as well. Kind of talk about the seniors, especially before start to get much more clear. So we'll be able to really take a look at that.
Let's see what happens now. We'll be rocking next week.
Not one game.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to come out of here, call it a night. Thank you for joining us. We did about an hour and a half show this week.
Not bad. I'll be back Tuesday night starting at 8:30. So, here on Tyson Sports Network, Kenny Avron. Peace out.
Not bad, Mr. Long.
Not bad, not bad. Y'all will be back too, Ron. Peace out.
To the Zone every Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Tyson Sports Network. Don't believe it, just mine. Don't believe it, just mine. Don't believe it, just mine. Yeah. Oh! Wait a minute. What we need. Sing a little song. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Believe me, just right. Don't believe me, just right.